Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Minnesota Varsity League's Thursday night stream. We are at you tonight with some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Thunder McFadden, and I am joined by the Super Smash expert, Mr. Arnie. How are you, boss?
I'm doing great, man. It's another Thursday. It's more Smash. Time to sit back and watch some Smash. I'm excited.
You know it.
Ooh.
Hey, and we have some really great matchups tonight. Just like you and I had a couple of weeks ago on our very first stream, which went so well. Tonight, we have Carlitos going up against Halaben. And then our second matchup of the night is going to feature Tomato TCG going up against Punishable by Law. Okay? Now, Arnie, give me a rundown. Let's go over the first matchup. You are well-versed in at least a couple of these players, right? You played against them, played with them.
Yep.
And you are familiar with kind of what they tend to go for as far as characters, load up, that type of thing. So why don't you give me a rundown on this first matchup? Carlitos going up against Halaben.
Yeah, for sure. I've actually never played against Halaben, so this is my first time seeing him. But I play against Carlitos almost every week, every other week. And ever since the last MNVL tournament, he's been playing a lot of Shulk. Now, this is a character that is absolutely insane. I mean, when I tell you, he's killing you at 60. He's got combos that will do like 30, 40, 50%. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he has the Shield Monado, which just lets him live longer. Shulk essentially breaks the rules of Smash, and he's the only character that does. It's going to be exciting.
You know, and that is so dangerous in the hands of a player like Carlitos, because what we have seen, again, you being very familiar, playing with him all the time, and from what I have seen between last season and our winter tournament, and that Carlitos is always somebody who is aggressive when he needs to be and knows, you know, I mean, there was kind of this joke last season about Carlitos being a random main, you know, because there were a couple of times where Carlitos was just so good, play random character, right? So to know that he has got those type of combos at his fingertips is very scary, I think, for pretty much any player in this league. As we get going in right away, Halabeno coming in, and Halabeno
playing Steve
matchup here.
Oh man!
So how is Steve going to match up here?
This is going to be really weird. Steve is going to be trying to get a lot of combos and early percent, and Carlitos can honestly just keep his range. Shulk has a big sword, and Steve just doesn't. You know, it's very simple when it comes down like that. But obviously, in reality, it's a little different, right? When Steve gets Diamond, Steve becomes very good.
Laying down some hurt right now on Carlitos. Carlitos has always been somebody, though, who manages the percentages very well and is usually able to respond there. Halaben going for a shield. Oh, and gets...
Oh, my. So, Carlitos just switched to Smash Monado, which does more knockback, but much less... Oh, no! Unfortunate SD by Halabeno. This might hurt him. But let's see how he can come back from this. Honestly, I think he can.
Ooh, and that a nice move, getting Carlitos off the map and giving himself some space here.
Yeah, Halabeno's doing a really good job of spacing his moves and just not letting Carlitos just do whatever he wants on stage, which is really important against Shulk.
So knowing that Carlitos can execute at somewhere in the 60, 70, 80% range, how does that factor in for Halabeno in this? What type of percentages does he need to be looking for?
Halabeno has to be wary about honestly any percent. That's the scary thing. At 0%, Shulk can combo with Buster. Wow, that was a really great down air. So every move that Steve uses consumes iron if you see like iron being used. For example, dropping that anvil. An anvil is made out of iron. So it uses up one iron resource, but it is very powerful.
That is huge. Both of these players trying to take control of the stage. Carlitos with a nice side spin, and then it does with the stock. That's huge.
That was really good by Carlitos. What he did there, so Shulk's up B is very quick out of shield. And with Smash Monado on, just huge knockback. But Jalapeno's doing a great job of bringing it back, doing some early combos, nice percent.
So trying to get back in the middle here. What is the gameplay for Jalapeno right now, trying to get a step ahead of Carlitos?
Jalapeno just got to control the... Wow, that was... Carlitos could not tech. Jalapeno has Diamond right now. Diamond does a lot of damage, a lot of knockback. It's going to be really great for a comeback. Honestly, I think it's possible. What do you think, Thunder?
I think, you know, now that these two players, even up almost exactly on percentage and stock, Jalapeno looking a step behind just a moment ago, but now throwing together some combos. What is that right there?
Yo, does that kill? That takes the game. Wow.
What is that? That is insane. What is this move right here?
So Steve's up smash is a magma block. And the magma block lasts for a very long time. Like you'll see, it'll be like a full second. He'll use it and it just stays there. And because it just stays there, it's an active hitbox. It'll kill. And it's super strong and kills ridiculously early.
Jalapeno right there ducks back underneath. Just, I mean, stellar work. That was insane. And down to the wire. And I mean, the entire time, Jalapeno was down. You know, I mean, just not by a whole lot, but it seemed like down a half a stock to a whole stock that whole time. But then to turn it around right there at the end, going up one zip. I mean, that was super tight the whole time, Arnie.
Yeah, I mean, I was so surprised that or not so surprised. It was a really good comeback, especially that mentality that right after he SD'd, he was able to calm down, take a breath, and bring it back. That was very well done by Jalapeno. He really showed a lot of poise just coming back. And now we see a character switch.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Carlitos goes Pyramithra.
Oh my, okay. And now we saw Pyramithra in week number 1 when you and I cast together. And I forget who played Pyramithra at that point. In the hands of Carlitos, very dangerous here.
It's gonna be interesting. DLC versus DLC. Oh man. So one thing you can do with Pyra's side B like that when she throws her sword is you can footstool the opponent as soon as they get launched, which forces them to be knocked right back down. And that's huge because it's you can actually reset the combo. And not a lot of characters can actually do a footstool like that. Really nice combo though coming out from Jalapeno.
Nice. Whoa, big shield. Wow.
That was really good by Carlitos. So he drifted back just a little bit. So his spacing would put him out of reach of the magma block, but just within reach to punish it.
You know, and that makes so much sense out of Carlitos too. He's used to playing rangy characters, usually in Isabel main, right? Knowing how to use the rangy characters, but how to use them effectively in the close range too. Carlitos has always been very, very, very good at that. Racking up the percentage right now in Jalapeno and taking a stock. I was wondering when that was going to happen.
See, just like that, the active hitbox of the magma block is such a problem, really. Just because it lasts so long. And it's a mind game because you think it's gonna run out, but then it doesn't. Oh man, it is a struggle playing against it.
So with that magma block, that really is kind of just like an active mine in the middle of the stage, and it makes for great kind of ranging and taking over part of the stage. Is that what I'm gathering here?
Yeah,
that's
just
huge.
Like that. It's really good because it forces the opponent to not do anything. It forces the opponent to just sit back, and because they can't occupy that space. And just like we saw right there, it's a hard move to punish.
Oh, what was that? Oh,
he's still
how is
back.
the recovery? Oh, that's Carlitos in the bin. What?
And he's still living.
Oh, it's crazy, Carlitos. That is what recovery out of this young player. Mean, always.
So Steve's minecart, after it hits you, it like locks you in the minecart. So you have to mash. It's like a grab. And the backer takes it again. Carlitos has not switched characters.
Carlitos
he has not got Mithra.
50% for I mean, I want to say 2 full minutes.
Yeah,
That is
almost.
insane. Not a stock lost.
Oh, at 189,
And there it is.
anything's gonna
Yep.
kill. Yup.
Just as I said it. There it goes, down one, right, but still up an entire stock right now on Jalapeno. Jalapeno, though, we saw in the first game, we saw that Jalapeno is totally comfortable being down, right? It is totally comfortable turning this around. Nice recovery there.
That was really nice by Jalapeno. Going high that time instead of going low. See, he's mixing it up, so Carlitos is having to guess. Is he gonna go high? Is he gonna go low? And there's a lot of mind games going on here. It's super difficult. That's big side smash.
That is huge right now. Jalapeno over. Oh, and there it is.
Wow.
The elimin, that's the game. Carlito's going to even it up 1-1. Oh.
So, wow. There's a lot that happened in just a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually really interesting. So, Carlitos keeps going close to the ledge. He keeps going close to the ledge to make Jalapeno think that it's going to be safe to get up attack. However, that's not the case. So he jumped there and then jumped again to fake it out and then came right back with the neutral B to kill him. It was so he conditioned him. It was a really good mind game play.
Listen, the only thing more stunning than that play right there is your analysis of it, Arnie. That is the I'm gonna lay it down for you like that. That was fantastic. We see Carlitos coming in, evening it up at 1 game apiece. This is going to be a super tight matchup. Do you think we're going to see a character switch at this point, Arnie? Do you think that we're going to see Carlitos stick with that Pyra combo? I mean, what do you think at this point?
I think if I was Carlitos, I would definitely stick with Pyra Mithra. But if I was Jalapeno, I might switch. But
who would you switch to if you're Jalapeno?
I would switch to a faster character if I was Jalapeno. Steve struggles with just movement, which is big in Ultimate. You know, we see Mithra. Though, do you think Mithra is going to be used this game? We know Carlitos didn't use Mithra at all last game.
You know, it's a good question. I mean, honestly, if you don't have to, then you won't, right? You know, and as I was watching some Smash earlier today, somebody was playing Pyra Mithra and just didn't really end up switching form because they didn't need to. They were just dominant enough as it is. With that Pyra, it's I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But with these two players, it is such a toss-up. I mean, we've seen I believe anything can happen here.
Does that wow, so Carlitos, does that kill up air? I think Carlitos played it safe that time instead of going for the and the neutral be killed. Instead of going for the up smash after the spike, he went for the up air just to be safe because he wasn't sure if the up smash would connect.
You know, that is something, when you say playing it safe, after a nice elimination right there and taking a stock, Carlitos is somebody who is very dangerous when he plays aggressive, but he's almost more dangerous when he plays it safe. You know, when we see those rangy characters, the Isabels, all of that out of Carlitos, it's almost like he's more dangerous when he's playing it safe. Like you want him to get aggressive because then you can catch him off guard. Otherwise, you really can't.
Especially playing with the lead like this is where Carlitos feels most comfortable. Right? But this is also where Jalapeno feels most comfortable playing from behind.
Right. Yeah, as we saw in that first matchup, I mean, we're only a minute and a half into this thing, and it is now tight. Is he going to get the stock here? Jalapeno wants it so bad. It's going to send him. Oh, he tries.
He still recovers.
Oh, Carlitos. Wow. Oh, Jalapeno almost had an elimination right there. So good.
The Magma Black. Oh, he air dodged through it.
Oh,
that was a clutch air dodge. If he didn't air dodge, he was dead.
That is huge.
Sure.
Massive for Carlitos.
How long do you think Carlitos are going to live this time?
You know, honestly, at this point, in that 140 to 160% range, I just feel like Carlitos but then just as I say it, right, there we go.
Just as the commentator's curse.
There it is. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Jalapeno, yes, making absolutely just nice work of those minecarts. There's another one.
Yeah, minecart is a really great tool in neutral. You can shield it, but if you shield it for too long, then you get caught in it. It's so hard to punish.
That combo right there with the magma block looked really good. And another one.
Yeah, another one.
Two in a row.
It's true because he Carlitos is trapped in the prominence revolt is
Oof.
We've seen it all the time. It is very big. It is very strong.
There is that. Yeah, Carlitos taking control
switches.
here.
I'm gonna be interested to see how his Mithra plays. We've seen his Pyra quite a bit, but oh, it switches back.
And so for the viewers, explain again the difference between the two, Myra and Pithra, and their ability differences, right? Why would somebody switch?
So for early percents, you might want Mithra because Mithra is like speedy. She is super fast and super quick, and her sword has very little knockback, so you can combo moves, which is huge. But Pyra's big, Pyra's slower. The minecart takes the stock, and another thing Pyra is just much stronger. So it comes to how do you balance strength and speed, right? It's a very interesting dilemma that a lot of Pyra Mithra players go through. Up air? Oh, Carlitos could have followed up the spike with an up air. It's getting close though.
Yeah, this is getting super tight. One stock apiece. Carlitos in that low percentage, I feel like he can last all day. You know, I mean, he's got a full 100% to last at this point, and his recovery is so good.
But I think Magma Block might kill at this point, and the Diamond Sword. So it's going to be very interesting.
Oh, does he recover? Jalapeno does.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wow. That
Look
was...
at that.
Man, that is some DLC right there. That hitbox is absolutely ridiculous. Look how far away he is from that. So he tries once, doesn't work out.
Recovers right here. And then explain this combo right here to me.
Yeah, so he just punishes the minecart, jumps right over it so it doesn't hit him. But then he goes for the Prominence Revolt, and it hits so far away, you know? He's able to avoid the minecart, the magma block by going much higher and just coming down and punching him.
That was so crazy because that magma block went up right quick there, and then as it goes up, boom, there's Carlitos, and done. Wow, going up 2-1. Carlitos showing, okay, all right, that first game was maybe not totally indicative of what Carlitos has planned for the day. Am I right? Do you think, okay, so Jalapeno really comfortable on the Steve character. I mean, if that's your main, is there a better way to approach the Pyra Mithra combo, or do you think it's a character switch at this point?
It's honestly a tough choice, but I do think it has to be a character switch. I think one thing Jalapeno does a lot is shield, and Pyra and Mithra are so their shields their grabs are fairly quick, and so they can just grab Jalapeno out of shield. But I think Steve simply does not have enough mobility, like I've said before, right? Mobility is almost everything in Smash, as we see the character switch come out from both players actually. Wow.
All right, we're going back to Shulk. Banjo and Kazooie. Okay, so what do you see as the Banjo Kazooie? What do you think the advantage is over what we're seeing out of Steve before?
Banjo and Kazooie, right there. So Banjo and Kazooie has a move called Wonder Wing. Wonder Wing can only be used 5 times per stock because it's a very strong move. And so it's invincible throughout, and you can't punish it. Like, let's say you counter it, it does no damage because it's invincible. And it's actually going to be huge how Jalapeno uses Wonder Wing just like that to recover and catch Carlitos off guard.
Oh, wow. Some projectile play going on here. Carlitos. Oh, wow. Getting after it. What are those projectiles? Are those little bombs? What do those do?
So it's a grenade that Banjo does poop out, but but it's a really good tool of just being able to control space, occupy space. Banjo has another projectile, egg. Now egg can help. Wow, that's why egg is so good. Because it falls at such an angle that it's really easy to edge guard. And Carlitos would have made that back because he had jump Monado, but because Jalapeno sniped him out of the air, he could not make it back. Carlitos is playing a lot safer now. He knows he has to slow the pace down. The banjo switch caught him off by surprise for sure.
Yeah, and now being down a stock, I mean, is Banjo?
Ooh.
Oh, there we go, in another elimination, evening things up here.
Yeah, that was a really good chase by Carlitos, going back up for a second up air. When that actually was not safe. That going back up for a second one, but he took the risk and it paid off.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times in this game, that is really what it's all about, you know. I mean, risk and reward. Obviously, are you gonna put yourself in a situation where you're gonna SD, or are you gonna get a stock? It's kind of one or the other, really.
Ooh, tell me that move does not look cool.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah,
man. So that's how Shulk's move actually works in the game he's from. Xenoblade.
Mm-hmm.
He can see the future. And so, well, obviously in Smash you can't see the future, but
mm-hmm.
So one thing Jalapeno's doing a lot is using a Wonder Wing or side B very high up on the stage. Carlitos, if he shields that and then goes to punish it, he could get a stock. But
because Jalapeno is going to be so high on the stage, is what you're saying?
Yeah, so because he's going to be so high on the stage, and there's just a lot of end lag, right? When you have strong moves, you can't make them have no lag. That defeats the purpose, just like that. That was a great read by Jalapeno.
Oh, and the answer out of Carlitos. Wow. And this right here comes down to the final stock on both of them. This is match point for Carlitos. If he wins here, it's all over.
Yeah.
So Jalapeno has got to put something together here.
Stocks are just flying. I mean, I don't know who's going to win at this point. It's just way too close. It's too evenly matched. Good recovery by Carlitos, going low. But Jalapeno, as you can see with all the projectiles, he's just covering stage. How do you get past that, Thunder?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with projectiles like that, as you're saying, you know, that projectile, for those who don't play this game maybe as much, is sort of a moving version of that magma block we saw last time, right? You're controlling the stage, and you can't, when you throw that somewhere, the other player can't go there. That's kind of the way it works. So I think that as Jalapeno, if he can continue to make very effective use of those projectiles, it's going to be tough for Carlitos. But again, Carlitos always so patient, so good on the recovery. Ooh. This is going to come down right to the end here.
So the reason Carlitos didn't shield that Wonder Wing right there was because his shield was already very low. And if he shielded it, the shield most likely would have been broken. And at this higher percent, you know what that means. That's game over for a broken shield. So unfortunate, but he had to take the hit. You know, sometimes you have to weigh your decisions, and obviously that was the better decision, just being able to keep playing the game rather than dying.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes you got to make those sacrifices, right? You know, if you get in a compromising position, how are you going to react? If you have to give up your shield, then you have
that's it. That's the game.
Carlitos? No! Jalapeno!
That was a really nice up smash. Carlitos was going for a lot of up Bs. You know, we've seen him whiff a couple in the game. Banjo,
so huge right here. Look at this.
I mean, both characters are just playing so careful, high percents. He misses it right here, and that's just game.
And that right there is the up smash that takes him out. Yeah. So nuts. And look at that. Now it's all even up. It's all tied up between these two, you know, and this is what is so fun about MNVL. We've never seen Jalapeno on stream before. We haven't. We're not familiar with this player, right? We're not.
No,
and
not
now
at all.
Going up against Carlitos, who is one of, is one of really the standout players in MNVL Super Smash, and taking it to a 2-2. It's match point, folks. The winner of this takes it home. Wow, we are starting off with a really exciting matchup. I'm not usually one to make predictions and that sort of thing, so I'm not asking for that, Arnie, but what I'm asking for is, what are you excited to see in this next matchup? What's the most exciting thing that we're going to see here?
I'm excited to see this Jigglypuff.
Oh, Jigglypuff! All right.
We get the switch, the cute ball, the cute pink ball.
Love it.
Now, this is a very wide stage. I think this is a really good pick for Jigglypuff. As you can see from Carlitos, Jigglypuff can just float around, and Banjo just cannot catch Jigglypuff because he doesn't have that aerial mobility.
You know,
J-
and it's not necessarily surprising out of Carlitos to go to a character like Jigglypuff after all of the Isabelle that we've seen him play and all of these rangy, lofty characters that just kind of can float and go all over the place, right? That's kind of
yeah,
Carlitos' style. And so, gonna make it tough on Jalapeno. What do you think really is Jalapeno's approach here?
I think Jalapeno has to play just his game. I think as long as Carlitos isn't near him, he's not in any threat or any danger. Oh, that was a really good catch. And that was a great read in. Ooh, we see the little dash dancing. Oh, okay. Jalapeno's popping off. He's showing off a little bit.
There you go. Hey, try to flex. Let's see if the play matches it, and he can answer here. Taking this thing again. The winner of this is going to take the matchup today here. Jalapeno doing nice work reacting to the range of Carlitos.
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Wow.
That almost killed. So Jigglypuff is the lightest, if not the second lightest character in the game. And because she's so light, that the Wonder Wing almost killed at such an early percent too.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 30% or 40%.
Yeah.
Insane. So that right there, maybe that at the end of the day is kind of going to be the X factor for Jalapeno, is taking advantage of how light. Oh, wow.
What an
Jalapeno
edge
get
guard.
back. Oh, it does. Wow. Nice recovery there.
The forward smash? No, he's playing it safe. Didn't know if he could use the forward smash at that situation. One thing that Carlitos should try and do is have rest setups. So, does that kill? That's too light all the way across the stage.
That is that, and all of a sudden, Jalapeno in a really, really advantageous position right here. Look at this. I mean, high percentage for sure, but Carlitos is gonna have to get a stock here and get it quick if he wants to turn this around on Jalapeno, because Jalapeno has had no problem reacting to a lot of what Carlitos has been doing today, Arnie.
Yeah, I think Jigglypuff has two main ways to kill. One is back air. Her back air is really good. And another is rest. Now, most characters in Ultimate, their up B will be a recovery. But Jigglypuff is not like that. Jigglypuff's up B is actually Sing. Oh, Jalapeno actually ran out of Wonder Wing, so he couldn't recover.
Yeah, so
now
close
it's all
there.
even up.
It is all even up, and at this 37% of now 64, I guess. Carlitos, though,
Oh, he goes for a jump read. So Jalapeno thought Carlitos was going to jump, and that's why he used the Wonder Wing higher, so it would have caught that jump. And it was actually a good decision because Jigglypuff does like to jump, you know.
Absolutely. Look at this. Carlitos already at 100%, but laying down some damage on Jalapeno, ranging out here, trying to take control of the stage. And is that it? It is. Jalapeno takes the matchup. Wow. Oh, what a win. What a tight matchup today, Arnie. Absolutely insane. What
a way to introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Go over this last elimination with us, Arnie.
So Carlitos is just doing some damage, just racking up good damage. And now what he should do is go for a rest setup, right? Like down, but then he's just drifting around too much. And so Jalapeno just forward smashes. He just reads the drift and the positioning of Carlitos. That's all it really was.
And then on top of that, factoring with just how light Jigglypuff is, that forward smash is enough. Huge play out of Jalapeno. Wow. Taking down again one of our powerhouse players in MNVL. Great job to Carlitos. But again, today, it's that matchup goes to Jalapeno. I mean, what at the end of the day do you think was the X factor for Jalapeno in that matchup, Arnie?
I think it might be unpredictability. He played really different throughout the whole set. There wasn't really a specific playstyle that he had. And another really good thing he did was switching to Banjo. I think he switched to Banjo at the most opportune time possible, right? You know, you just lost two games back to back, and now you just aren't sure your Steve is gonna cut it. So what do? You switch to a character that covers Steve's losing matchups. and he just played Banjo really, really well, taking up space, racking up damage, using Wonder Wings really well. And Carlitos simply just could not have an answer.
Mhm. You know, and I think honestly, looking at how Holobena won that first round, right? When he was playing Steve still, okay? And then to go down a couple of rounds and to have that kind of that mental fortitude to be like, no, 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 I can come back and get this if I just regroup, set up with a new character, and then move forward, right? And I feel like, you know, maybe on the other side, it might have worked against Carlitos a little bit to switch characters as many times as he did. You know, Carlitos is somebody who, you know, if maybe it got him flustered a little bit, who knows? Or maybe it just was something that got him kind of off track. But either way, wow, big ups to Holobeno and taking the win today. That is huge, huge. Very, very nice work. Folks, we have another matchup coming up. It's going to be Tomato TCG going up against Punishable by Law. We are going to take a quick break in between. So if you need just a quick beverage or something, go grab it. But do not go anywhere because we're coming back with our second matchup of the day. We'll see you in a moment, folks. Stock trying to desperately get back on the stage and make something happen with this duck hunt, playing a little bit better than last time, but honestly MRAM just seeming so comfortable using the Isabel in a way that is not typical, right? Being super aggressive. And there it is, the final stock. Oh, just bullying Captain Ender off the stage.
Right off the stage. I did not think he was gonna go for that. Wow.
Absolutely insane.
MRAM's a crazy player, man.
Move is, Arnie. What do you think the move is for Captain Ender here with one stock left and already 50%?
I think Captain Ender actually might want to slow down his gameplay just a little bit. I think MRAM's playing a super aggressive Isabel, but he's also, I think Captain Ender should try forcing MRAM into a bit of a campy game style. I think that, oh wow, no way.
Boom!
That was really good reaction time. So what MRAM did right there, he absorbed the projectile and then was able to just reflect it right back. That was really good gameplay.
Dinosaur back to the stage, but fighting so much, and Small Dash standing in the middle of the stage like, nah, this is my spot. I'm okay.
Yeah, Small Dash has just been controlling the center of the stage.
Look at
wow, and that almost killed.
Yeah, this is just, it has truly been a lights out performance from Small Dash. This has been absolutely insane.
Does it hit?
Wow!
Oh my!
Game! That is huge. Small Dash coming out 3-0. Absolutely nuts. Dinosaur doing everything that they could, throwing everything they could at Small Dash, and look at that, still laying down some initial damage here and both of them trying to gain control of this stage. Small Dash uncharacteristically has more damage at this point than Dinosaur, so Dinosaur maybe the right move in moving to Villager as these two do get out in the middle of the stage. Oh wow, Small Dash
is converting or having really good conversions. For example, what he does a lot is forward tilt to side B, which is true. And I think Dinosaur should definitely shield more. You see Small, but the problem is that Terry's frame data is so good, even if you end up shielding his attack, you might not get a punish right out of it, which is so frustrating, especially for someone that's like playing against the Terry.
Right. Yeah, Small Dash clearly having those frames under control and just being that.
Oh my
there it is! Wow! Unbelievable! Look at that Small Dash coming back so strong. Welcome back, everybody, to MNVL Thursday. It's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Thunder McFadden, and I am joined by the Master Caster in Training, Mr. Arnie. Boss, I'm excited about this next matchup. Tomato going up against Punishable by Law. Are you familiar with either of these players, who they main, what their mains are, and their play style?
Yeah, I've played Tomato before
in
the preseason last year, and he mains Banjo, but I'm not sure if he's changed since then. I haven't
Mhm.
seen much of his gameplay, and we haven't played against each other since. So I'm really excited to see how exactly how much different and how much he's evolved since then. So
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I remember seeing some really fantastic play out of Tomato last season. And Punishable by Law, this is a new player onto our stream, right? So, going to be really exciting to see what these two players bring to the table, what kind of matchup we're looking at. I mean, hopefully we see something as tight as what we saw in that first matchup. That was really something special, right? We go to game 5 after Carlitos goes down one game, right? And then takes two and then turns it around. I mean, anything can happen here, guys. So I mean, fascinating, fun stuff to watch. Arnie, what was your favorite thing to watch in the last game as we get into this next one?
just the mind games, the character switches, everyone. Oh man, it was really fun to watch how they were always trying to outsmart each other.
Yeah.
Even in the game, it was really good. We see another
So
Pyra Mithra coming out though.
yep, Pyramithra and going up. What is this matchup gonna show us with the Dark Pit?
Oh, this is a weird matchup because Pit and Dark Pit, they are really good characters, but they just lack the sauce. They just lack that one thing, and or else they'd be like top tier characters for sure. And
So
so
it
this
just
matchup,
is it about eliminations? Is it about damage? What is it really about the character that you think is missing?
I think it's just, I think it's definitely being able to kill. Pit and Dark Pit, they don't have a lot of killing moves besides a side B and either of their smash attacks. And so that's definitely going to be one of the things that Tomato has to be able to watch out for and account for is how does he kill? How does he take stocks? I mean, wow.
Oh, and losing one though, real quick there. Tomato going down, wanting, gonna want to turn it around here real quick on the law. Oh no! Whoa!
Oh,
What happened there, Arnie?
man. So Tomato, he went for a side B. And unfortunately, side B has so much end lag that he couldn't use any other moves. And so he just slowly fell down into the blast zone. Up
Oh,
smash? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow.
whoa!
Wow.
Punishable by law coming out and punishing. Wow,
Man.
that was just three stocks so quick. The first one took some time, but those second two just came so quick. Why is the damage getting laid down that fast, Arnie?
I man, I wish I could tell you. Pyro and Mithra, they're some insane characters. But we can see
Absolutely
here.
sick. Isn't that a switch right there in the middle?
Yeah, so it was a really good switch. And he kept going for that down air. That down air spikes, and then he went for the up smash. And it killed at 70%. I mean,
That is brutal. That is brutal when you're talking about, in this game, sometimes it can be so much about playing the long game and trying to build that damage and build those percentages and that. But when you've got a player coming out and getting stocks in that 60 to 80 or 90% range, I mean, how do you respond to that?
honestly, I'm not quite sure. It's tough when a player just knows the confirms from that percent, 60 to 80%. There's
Yeah.
not a lot you can do.
Right. I mean, since we've seen a couple of different matchups featuring this character today, if you were in the position of Tomato right now, which character would you switch if it was
I
you?
I switched to my trusty Lucina, tried
Okay.
and true. Lucina is just a really good character because she's so versatile. Basically, she
Mhm.
doesn't lose any matchups, and but she does win matchups. So Lucina is the character that is actually based off the skill level of the player, right? She's
Mhm.
just a fundamentally based character. But characters like Dark Pit, you need to really know the combos, right?
Mhm.
Play characters like Pyra and Mithra, you're able to cheat a little bit. You're able to get away with some stuff that normal characters would not be able to get away with, such as killing at 60 or 80%. I mean, that's
Mhm.
ridiculous. Not a lot of characters can do that.
Yeah, that's insanity, and not something we see very often. I think partially because there's not a lot of characters that are capable of it, and the other part is a lot of players aren't going to be putting together necessarily the number of combos that it takes. to do that. But I'm telling you right now, punishable by law is literally laying down the law right here. It is nuts. And we don't see a character change. We don't. So Tomato gonna come out with that with Pit and gonna try to make something happen with this Dark Pit. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how he can respond after a really hard game, a really hard first game for sure.
Yeah,
One
I
thing,
mean, mentally speaking, you gotta be feeling like, okay, I really need to turn this around. Where's your mindset at if you're in that position, Arnie?
I gotta think, hey, you know what? It's just a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 out of 3. You know, there's always room for it's always a chance. It's never over until it's really over, right? And whoa. Punchable by law keeps throwing out these up Bs thinking they're gonna kill. And it almost does. I mean,
oof.
Just wow.
But
what can you do in that position? I mean,
yeah. I mean, this is just brutal what Punishable has going on right here.
Yeah, he's playing oh my gosh, no. Wow. So Punishable by law is just reading Tomato. He's in his mind. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's reading him like a book. Open notes test, man.
Yeah, man, this is oof, and another really, really brutal stock. Wow. Despacito, punishable by law, whatever the name is, it is just, this player is coming out and really shredding. Really shredding right now. I mean, unbelievable stuff. What?
I think Tomato has to shield more. Tomato has to. I know Pit has 4 jumps, but you don't have to use all of them. I think sometimes Tomato's playing a lot in the air right now, and especially with not the up smash. And
now with those 4 jumps, when you run out of them, is that kind of the comment you made earlier, where you're kind of a bit of a sitting duck when you've used them?
Yeah. So most characters only have a double jump, right? 2 jumps, but there's some characters like Banjo or Pit or Jigglypuff that have multiple jumps.
Right.
And so that really helps with the mobility. But at the same time, you can make your landing predictable. And just as I say that, punishable by law predicts Tomato's landings. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I mean, punishable just out there a step or a half a step ahead, whatever it is, on every play, and just knowing where Tomato is going to be. What are we looking at here, Arnie?
Yeah, so I mean, punishable by law, we know what he's going for. We know he's going for that up B, right? Tomato does a super laggy move. He can't punish it, and he just reads his drift, right? Tomato was drifted towards punishable by law with a back air, and unfortunately, punishable by law just knew he was gonna come at him with some attack, right?
Yeah.
And when he knows that he can just back up just far enough out of the attack range and punish it, right?
Yeah.
It's man, it is very good gameplay.
Yeah, I'm calling it brutal right now. I mean, what Tomato is having to go up against in punishable by law, this is just, sometimes it just seems like nasty. It's just, wow. You know, how do you respond to that? How, when you come out and you're fighting as hard as you possibly can, right? And you just keep getting literally punished. I keep saying it over and over. You know, I mean, at this point, Tomato has got to make some sort of drastic move, whether that is taking it from, as you mentioned, you know, do you think taking it from the aerial play and bringing it lower, bringing it down is going to give some sort of advantage? Or do you think it is just kind of a mismatch in these characters, even with their abilities and what they're able to do?
A little bit of the characters for sure. I think Pyre and Mithra are just better than Darkfit, right? And that's not something that Tomato can control. But what he can control is the playstyle. And one thing he should really do in order to win, 2 things actually. One is shield more. He, punishable by law, is doing a lot of really risky moves that are just kind of working, right? He's just throwing out moves and they look like they're working. But if Tomato shielded them, he would be able to punish the moves, right? And another thing that Dark Pit really is good at is combos off grabs, right? combo with the down throw, and then down throw sets up a great combo starter, right? And I haven't seen a grab. I've only seen a few, like one or two, come out from Tomato right now. I think grabbing punishable by law a lot more is gonna force him to not shield and just I mean, but this matchup, this is a very interesting matchup for sure.
Yeah, totally. I think everything you're saying is totally correct. Here we go. Okay. Little
The
Mac,
Little Mac,
switch
the
up
Little Mac.
here.
Oh man, Little Mac considered one of the worst characters in the game because he has no aerials. All his aerials are horrible and he cannot recover. But he makes up for it with his punches. I mean, as a boxer.
There you go. Well, let's see if he makes it happen here. Punishable by law. Absolutely. Just, I mean, in those first two games, finding every way. And as you said, a very, very aggressive play. Sometimes that can be hard to match or hard to respond to, right?
Yeah. When someone's playing really aggressive, you can beat them by two ways. One, play even more aggressive than they are, or force them to not play aggressive, right? Camp them.
Yep.
And Dark Pit does have the capabilities to camp Little Mac for sure, right? I think Tomato should use a lot more arrows and neutrals just like that. Oh, but this is scary. So you see the KO symbol right above Little Mac, right? KO punch kills at, I think, 20%.
Oof.
It's not good. And it's actually like a comeback mechanic.
Whoa, and there we go. We've got a stock. Poof. Punishable by law, showing, hey, no matter what character, coming out to play today. But Tomato laying down some damage right here.
Yeah, it's much closer than the last game for sure. And I think Tomato can definitely bring this back if he finds a way to get the kill. But oh my, pawn 1-2, 1-2. He keeps hitting him with the punches, man. Oh, that was a really good side B, right? It was super strong. You saw it killed from center stage. It's a very good move. But it is a high risk, high reward move, right? You saw that there's a lot of end lag after it, but it also is very strong.
Well, and to your point, you know, and there we go, another stock. Tomato with one left to give. It has been all punishable all day right here. You know, you keep mentioning the risk versus reward.
Oh no, this is death percent.
The KO punch.
The KO
Is it
punch.
coming?
Oh man, I can feel it. If Little Mac lands a down tilt, that combos into KO punch. It's a true combo, right? You can see punishable by law fishing for it.
Oh, and there it is!
Oh my.
There's that KO punch we were waiting for and looking for. Wow, look at that. Little Mac coming out with the dub. Punishable by law. Wow. Wow.
He really brought the hammer down on this. It was.
Yeah.
Oof.
He was so patient.
He just waited.
Patient, just waited the whole time. He said, I got this. It's coming.
And then Tomato's trying to run away, but nope.
Boom.
Just cannot do it.
Absolutely. Just spectacular stuff. Punishable by law. Wow. Coming out very, very strong. Look, hey, we had two really, really fantastic matchups today. The first matchup and the second matchup were both great. GG's to all the players. Thank you for being on stream. We love having you on stream, all of you. So again, GG's, and thank you. Thank you. A ton of fun. Arnie, I mean, out of all the moments of the day, give me yours. Aside from the KO punch, as much as we love seeing the KO punch, try to think of something other than the KO punch. If you can't, that's fine. But hit me with it.
Man, I think my favorite moment is still Carlito's fake. When he faked the get up attack and forced him to punish it, right? And he just came back and drifted. It was so small. It was pixel perfect. It requires a lot of skill to pull off such a small change. Really, really good stuff coming out from him, for sure.
Yeah, awesome. For me, I mean, honestly, one of the things I always love to watch, and even though he did lose today, watching Carlitos recover is always something that just like it gives me anxiety just watching him try to recover and get back to the stage. But he's so good at it that you can just count on him for it. You know what I mean? It's amazing, stellar stuff to watch. Really, really fun. Great matchups today. Folks, we are going to take just a really brief break here, and we're going to come back with an interview for you. We're going to try to get one of these players on with us. Hopefully, we're going to be interviewing Punishable by Law, but we will let you know as soon as we get back. Don't go anywhere. We are coming back with an interview right here, Thursday Night Super Smash. See you shortly.